humans and technology are inseparable by design, as one cannot live without the other. As humanity grows its advancement in eras delayed by, so too their greed for power and material wealth that will lead to the end of the world. And this was case of this documentary. Assalamualaikum and good morrow, my fellow. My name is Mama Zuhair, and let's talk about this story.
Let me give you a picture, okay? Now imagine you want to buy your family a birthday present, preferably a ghost member, something that is expensive but not that fancy. Maybe a new MacBook perhaps. With tough luck, my friend. MacBook is now 10,000 okay?
1,000 plus ringgit more expensive than its predecessor. Even the most basic and cheapest of computer brands more likely 50% to 20% more expensive than before the crisis happened. This is due mostly to the case of RAM shortages and the bottleneck problem in the manufacturing and management of the higher up of the biggest distributor of RAM in the whole world, NVIDIA.
Give us. But what can cause it to happen? Well, let's find out, shall we? You see, NVIDIA is one of the biggest distributor of RAM and GPUs of the modern world, which is in very high demand because the RAM and GPU made by them are very high quality and very much in any computing machination in these days. Due to this, there have been many riding core in RAM industry. GPU after GPU, new tech after new tech after new tech. Bam, 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 banger after banger after banger. You think it would be lasting investment to make then investment researching a new way to make your game look more realistic. And it did. But due to that, it became more and more expensive to produce en masse. And due to the high demand and high cost, let's talk about history. On December 17, 2025, it was announced that they will be cutting all gaming CPU production by 30 to 40% due to the memory shortages and two shifting priorities, basically making the more expensive gaming GPU price inflated further and make it harder for civilian consumers to buy them. And now I know what you're thinking. But Adam, what's the point of learning this? It's not gonna affect me. Well, you see, well, it's not gonna affect you much. Not yet at least. But it affected to the indie artists and animator, due to them being much more expensive than before and much harder to get. But this was the start of the crisis. The foreshadowing, I mean. Okay, continue the timeline. In the start of January 2036, many news report that in this year, NVIDIA were planning to cutting more production of their gaming CPU and divert it somewhere. So to recap, not only are they cutting production for up to 30 to 40% of the GPU production, cutting more of at least 30 to 40% of one of the most demanding and sought after GPUs in the company, Series 50X. To directed the resource that made to CPU and directed to the biggest class cannon the world have ever saw. AI investment. Most severely, AI data center, leaving about nothing to the average consumer, of course. And the same thing, people will complain. But this was not far off. I mean, NVIDIA has or had, as it was in the past, had one of the feedback-friendly fan base, due to them always listening to customer feedback and learning from the customer preference to give a relaxing and good experience using the product. But that was for now. If you want to learn more, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye.